Hi, I'm Shoestring Jane and welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 17 of Vlogmas. Just start with my little Seeds of Change calendar. Let's get that done, otherwise I forget to do it. So day 17, which charity will we be supporting today? Project, I don't know how you say this. It looks like hurrah, but it's not hurrah, it's H-A-R-A-R. Project Hara. Hara. Today you've helped support a child with a cleft condition in some of the most disadvantaged areas of Ethiopia. Well, that's really good, because if you have a cleft palate and you don't get it treated, it can be a real massive disability. Whereas if you can get it done, it's quite a simple operation, I understand. That can make such a big difference to somebody's life. So that is a good one. Today, me and Izzy have decided what we're going to do is a review of our year. So a review of 2023. So we've been looking on the internet for some ideas for questions to ask ourselves for our review, and we're going to film that in a bit. And it'll be interesting to see. Izzy's not had the best year in some ways, but in other ways she's had a really, really good year. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Keep watching to find out. Are we sitting comfortably?
Yes.
Then we'll begin. Right, I've got my correct mug for the time of the year. Mrs. Claus. And we're going to do our review of the year and just have a little chat, really, because we haven't rehearsed this at all. I think Isabel's barely looked at the questions. So, no idea what's going to come of this.
Great.
You going to start?
Yeah.
Great. Sound like you meant that. Sincere.
What was the highlight of your year?
The highlight of my year was probably going to Greece. We've got a cat scratching the carpet to bits. Going to Greece, Kefalonia, for my 60th birthday. Mm-hmm. So I'd say that was the highlight. What's the highlight of your year?
Probably going to Jersey with my friends.
You went to Jersey like loads?
I've been to Jersey loads, but that was a big girls' trip.
When was that? September?
That was in August.
August.
It was mainly the first big thing. Oh, Harry Styles concert.
Oh, Harry Styles.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Harry Styles concert.
Yeah, you were very jealous.
Yes.
What was the most important goal you achieved this year?
I don't think I really had any major goals. Oh no, I did. Well, they were minor. They're not like important goals. I really wanted to get the kitchen and dining room decorated. It's December and I finally got it finished last week, so I did well there.
Yeah. My goal was to... Oh, I don't really know.
You had goals different coming in. You've had different goals as the year's gone on, haven't you? They've kind of changed. You moved flat. That was a goal.
Moved flat, moved jobs. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of my goals this year were put on hold because of having glandular fever, which was not a highlight of my year.
Oh, we'll get to that. So we weren't really very
really
goal orientated, were we?
This
year, neither of us really. I had like just minor things. I just really wanted to get that bit of decorating done. I would have liked to have done a bit more decorating, but couldn't quite get motivated. But I think it's because there was so much else going on, really. Yes, we know. You're just going to come and shout.
What was your biggest career accomplishment?
Well, I don't have a career, so...
Well, this is your career.
Yes, I
You're
suppose.
doing Vlogmas.
I don't really have a career. My biggest accomplishment will be if I finish Vlogmas and have vlogged every day up to Christmas, up to the 24th. If I do that, that will be an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing major, really. Just chugging along, really. What about you?
I got a new job this year, which was a big achievement for me.
Yeah, it's a really good job. So Izzy's working as one of the social media managers on a national newspaper.
Yes.
Quite exciting.
That's very fun. I think it's like 15-year-old me would be very impressed. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that. I'm quite proud of that.
Yeah, it's good.
What area do you feel you've made the biggest improvements?
For me, biggest improvements, I don't know. I mean, I've not made massive improvements in any area. I've done tiny little things to the house. I just chugged along with work. I haven't particularly got fit. I haven't made any improvements.
you've decorated the kitchen.
Yeah, we've already mentioned that.
Yeah, but that was a big improvement.
We're going to stretch that out for every single answer.
Yeah, but that was a big improvement.
Well,
like,
it was.
You didn't.
But it's
like,
not a self-improvement thing.
True.
I think they're thinking about kind of self-improvement. We got these questions off the internet, by the way, so we're not sure that they'll all kind of be appropriate for us, but we'll see.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think mine was the last few months I've really got into my fitness, and
Oh yeah, you have.
that's really improved like my strength and my immune system and like just my stamina overall. And
Yeah, you've become a right gym bunny, haven't you?
I think that's where I've made the biggest improvements, because I've been trying to do it for so long. I think I finally just like joined a gym and got PT and like really put actual effort into it. And then
You got organised about your exercise, because you have
Yeah.
done exercise before. You were running at the beginning of the year, weren't you?
like
But
I
you'd
did
be more-
couch to 5k last year or the year before. Yeah, last year. And then I kind of kept it up, and then getting ill and stuff in the year I didn't keep it up. And then I think just starting, like I only started in maybe early October, but I've already made such a big improvement because I think I really had to be held accountable because
Yeah.
of the way my gym works.
Yes.
It's like a very communal gym, so you're sort of held accountable for going, and
They're personal trainers, aren't they? Rather
Personal
than
trainers
just
and-
an anonymous gym.
like small
They get
classes
to know you, don't
rather
they?
than just like a gym lad gym. So I think that's probably my biggest improvement there.
That's good.
What was the most challenging part of this year? Oh God,
Oh,
where do we begin?
Yeah, the most challenging part was losing my dad and dealing with his illness beforehand. He was ill for 2 months and in hospital for 2 months before he died. So for me, that was obviously the biggest challenge, and supporting mum since. You've had more than one challenge, haven't you?
God, yeah, where do I begin? Obviously losing granddad, and then my own dad going through cancer treatment, one of my best friends going through cancer treatment, and also having glandular fever. That was a big one.
You've had lots of challenges. You've had a really awful year, haven't you, in many respects. It's improved a lot the last few months.
Everyone's getting better. Everyone's on the up, so that's good. I think we can only go up for it.
Yeah, you've definitely ended the year on a more positive note,
Yeah.
really, which is good.
Yeah, definitely. Who was someone I got to know better this year?
Well, I got to re-know somebody better, and that was a very old friend from college, Lorna, and her husband, Sunil, who I've always been in touch with for years since we were like 18 and we used to go to college together. And I went to their wedding and they came to mine and that kind of thing. But we've really, although we've kept in touch, it kind of feels too difficult to get together really very often. And the last time I'd seen them was 10 years ago. They came to my 50th birthday. And I thought, oh my God, another decade has gone and we still haven't. Oh, that's not true. Actually, I'd seen Lorna twice in the intervening years when we had a college reunion. So I had seen Lorna, but I hadn't seen Sunil. And I thought that is just too long to go and not catch up with dear friends. That's just too long to go. So they came over about a month ago and we had a really good catch up and that was really lovely. And we're going to see each other again in January and just try to keep, make more of an effort really, just because friends are precious. Good friends are precious. Should make more effort to keep in touch with them, and even if they're a distance away, really.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know really this year who I've got to know better.
You've been very supportive of your friend who had cancer.
Yeah, I think we've become closer.
You've become very close, haven't you? Because you've been great support to her.
Yeah, well, she's been big support to me as well. I think, do you know what? Recently my dad got a dog and she's the sweetest rescue ever, and it's been a little lovely pleasure getting to know her, and she's so sweet. Yeah, Archie will be very angry.
Yeah, very cross.
She's
indeed.
been a sweet little addition.
Actually, I think I should say I'd got to know my older sister, which is ridiculous because we've obviously known each other all my life. But I think going through what we did with Dad together brought us closer together. So I'd say that I've got to know her better. I've got to re-know her as well, and spend time and chat more. and sitting by a hospital bed, they just end up chatting. And so I think that kind of brought us a bit closer, really.
Yeah, I think I got to know myself better in some ways as well. I know it's a bit cliche, but I think going through lots of good and bad things all at once is like you sort of work out yourself a bit more. I guess.
You get to know your strengths and your weaknesses, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. And also like being 25, I think that's turning into an adult, aren't you?
Turning, you're well an adult. You're so old.
Yeah.
And I'm really effing
old. What was my single biggest time waster in life this past year?
My single biggest time waster is always stupid games on my phone. I actually, every now and then I just delete them because I end up spending too long. I think I'll just have a little sit down, have a cup of tea and a couple of games of Boggle because I love word games.
She loves Boggle.
And suddenly it's like 45 minutes later and I think, I just want to get up. I just have one more game and then I get up and do something. So... And I actually, at the beginning of the year, that was one of my New Year's resolutions, to stop wasting time.
Yeah.
Can't say I kept that up long. I deleted them off my phone. And then I think again, when I was in hospital with Dad, put them back on my phone because, I was idling away the time there. So, yes, what I need to do is think, okay, I can have some games. I do find it relaxing. I do enjoy word games. I think they're good for your brain. But what I need to do is set a timer. So, right, I'm going to set 15 minutes here. And then when that timer goes up, that's it, you're finished. The game's over.
Yeah.
Pause the one you're on and move on.
I think I'd agree in terms of like just my phone, TikTok. But in many ways I needed time wasting. Like, I think sometimes like when I was poorly I needed to pass the time.
Well, yeah, you weren't really wasting the time. You're passing the time. Passing the time is different to wasting time, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if I wasted time. No, I don't know really. I think, I'd say probably just TikTok because I get sucked into a TikTok
I don't do
hole.
TikTok because I look at Becky, my oldest daughter. She just wastes so much time on TikTok. She's
TikTok.
Obsessed with TikTok. She also does get some good stuff from TikTok. She's always cooking delicious things that she's found on TikTok.
Yeah.
Stop ripping up the carpet.
What was the biggest surprise of the year?
Big surprise? I don't think there've been many surprises this year. Not for me, anyway. I'm trying to think. I suppose a little bit of a big surprise, I don't know if it was a surprise or not, was Nanny deciding to put the house on the market so quickly. It was a little bit of a surprise, but not much of a surprise, really.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning of the year, if she told me she was going to do that by Christmas, like that would have been a surprise. I would have been amazed. But, it makes total sense, so... Yeah, I'm not sort of semi surprised, but there are no major surprises for me, I don't think.
No, I can't think really. I think a big surprise was getting the job I have now because I just didn't expect to.
Yeah, that's so good.
That was a big surprise because when you just...
I knew you had a good chance.
You just sort of... she said she'd get back to me in a week and I didn't hear anything and then... that was a big surprise, but that was a good surprise.
And there was only one round, wasn't it? I thought they'd make you go through loads of rounds to kind of get a first round and then have to like do sort of a shortlist interview or something. But yeah,
and then surprising it. Actually, it's not really surprised how much I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. What was the biggest mistake of the year and a lesson you learned as a result?
Biggest mistake. Well, I don't make mistakes, so it's difficult for me to answer this one, really.
I don't know, like a mistake. I don't know what you class as a mistake.
I
feel like we all make little mistakes like every day. You know, we all do like make errors, but what's a mistake? Like,
I don't think I've made massive mistakes. I haven't done anything where I've thought, oh my gosh, I've just let someone scam me out of £200 or... or done anything majorly stupid, really. Well, I suppose that's a good thing. Yes, so that's good. We neither feel we make.
I don't think I've made a big mistake at all.
No. That's good.
Yeah. What was the most fun you had this year?
The most fun again, I still go back to Catalonia because it was so beautiful in April. It was so lovely. It was so relaxing.
Yeah, I wish I could say looking after the dog while you were there was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was when he escaped into the neighbour's garden and wouldn't come back.
Oh, yeah. So naughty. Yeah, so yeah, well, you've done loads of fun things when you went to Harry Styles.
Went to Harry Styles.
Did you go see someone else as well, Little Mix or someone?
No, that was last year.
That was it last year.
Yeah, I went to Jersey a couple of times, going again next week.
Yeah, it's obviously fun. You should keep going back.
Yeah. What's the most fun I had this year? I don't know.
The most fun was giving Archie his birthday present this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most fun for both of us.
Yeah. What are 3 words to describe the past year and why?
Ooh, 3 words would be grief,
Yeah.
family, and home. For me, I think grief, family, home.
Well, you've been in this house a year now.
Been in the house a year. Yeah, been in the house a year.
Good highlight of your year.
And actually, that going back to the most fun, I'd say that that would be my answer. It's been exploring the area and getting to know this little town and just kind of getting to know our neighbours, getting to know what goes on and exploring different walks. So that's probably, it's not one event, but it's a whole thing that's happened during this year, which has been a kind of fun thing to do.
Yeah. 3 words.
Grief again, probably.
Grief, yeah.
Grief. Sickness.
Fatigue.
Fatigue, yeah.
Post-viral fatigue. No.
Well, yeah. Well, it was kind of.
Yeah.
It would be one for you, and
but
then
also
maybe excitement because you got a new job.
Yeah, I think also like when I suddenly got better and like it took till like from like February till sort of end of June I was ill, and then that's when my energy suddenly perked up. So I think from then on it suddenly became so much better.
One of your words should be resurgence.
Yeah, resurgence. So yeah, I think my 3 words would be grief,
fatigue,
and fun and resurgence. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
If you could travel back to the beginning of the year, what advice would you give yourself?
Oh, advice: breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe. You'll get through it. It's like this too shall pass. Because it all does. It all goes.
Yeah.
It all comes. You
Life
come out the
goes
other
on.
side. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it would be to just like go with the flow a bit more.
Well.
And that's hopefully what I can take into the next year. It's just to go with the flow a bit more and be less stressfully organised.
Stressfully organised.
Anxiously organised all the time.
Yeah.
But I am getting better.
Yeah, you are quite a control freak about stuff, aren't you? You want everything to be done just so just chill a bit more.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Well, I did a video on my New Year's resolutions. I can't even remember what they were, most of them. So my New Year's resolution is probably I'm not going to bother with New Year's resolutions because I tend to do the things that I do. Like, I try and keep control of my finances, try and keep on top of work, try and get the house sorted and the garden. I try and do all those things anyway, really. Not just at the New Year. So
yeah,
I don't think actually I'm going to bother making any New Year's resolutions this year. I normally do.
I never do. That's the thing, I never do. But I think this year next year, I think it's just going to be like, just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Because you just don't really know what's going to happen when.
Absolutely, that's really
and
true.
Just don't take.
You never know what's going to happen, so enjoy it while you've got it. Yeah.
And if you want to do something, just do it. Don't put it off because
you never know what's going to
happen.
Never know what's around the corner.
What are your travel plans for 2024?
Oh, well, me and Justin would love to go and travel along. It's called the coast. What's it called? The Coast 500 or something. I'll have to look it up. Actually, it's you travel along the north coast of Scotland, and we would love to go there. I've been to Scotland a couple of times, just to Edinburgh, and I went to Arran Island. But I'd like to really have a good look. And Justin's never been to Scotland, so I think we'd really like to go and do a little bit of exploring on the very northern tip of Scotland. However, we don't want to take the dog. We want to be able to go into things. So it depends on you lot as to when we could go and how long we can go for.
Yeah, that would be nice. I loved Scotland when I went. My big travel plans... me and my friend are hopefully going to go on a trip somewhere, city break. When I saw her a few weeks ago, we both put a load of destinations in a hat and then sort of narrowed it down. And
oh, did you?
Yeah.
What have you narrowed it down to?
Berlin.
Oh yeah, Chloe went there, didn't she? Loved it.
Barcelona and
like
somewhere
Barcelona.
else.
Somewhere else.
I can't remember where. There's a couple of
Amsterdam?
places.
Amsterdam's a
No.
good place for a weekend break.
But we just want to go on a city break. And yeah, that would be fun.
Budapest is nice for a weekend
Budapest
as well.
was one of them as well.
Yeah.
We narrowed it down to about 5.
Well, why don't you just try and
and
do
then we
as
were
many
just
of them
gonna-
as you can
Yeah.
during the course of the year?
Because we went to Milan last year, really last minute, and that was amazing. So I think we're just gonna try and do just get away.
Yeah, that sounds a good idea.
Do you have any other big plans for next year? Book number 2?
Yes, actually, I do want to write a second book, and I've started it, but I've literally spent 2 hours one morning thinking about it, and that's as far as I've got. It's been too busy with Vlogmas and decorating and things. So yes, it's really hard to find the time to do something that's so long term, because you can't. Well, I can't. Some people might be able to sit and write a book in 10 minutes, but I literally have
tried.
It takes me ages to kind of organise myself. It took me about 5 years to sort out the last one. I had lots of false starts before I finally got round to publishing it. But I do have an idea for another book. People keep asking me, am I going to write another book? So yes, I'm going to get stuck in and try and get that written this year. What about you?
Maybe move, but I don't know when. I don't know. It's up in the air. Maybe move to London, but
Yeah.
it's a potential.
Yeah, but you've got to wait till the end of your contract now, haven't you? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
But that
late
would be-
summer.
Yeah.
Summer, you could be moving to London. Yeah, that would be
Yes.
good. I think everyone should live in London for a bit, or near London for a bit.
Yeah.
It's nice that you go into work a couple of times a week and see London. It's quite exciting, isn't it? You can take advantage of all the stuff that's in the capital. And Chloe, my second daughter, lives in London, and she loves it, doesn't she? She went to university in London and just
Never
left. Yeah, and that was how
About
many
10
years
years
ago?
ago. almost
Yeah,
now.
it was 10 years ago. Yeah, so she loves it. So yeah, maybe have a couple of years in London. That's a good idea.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's all the questions.
All of the questions.
Well, so I don't know if you found that interesting. I found it quite interesting because I found out stuff about Izzy that I didn't actually know. It's quite distracting having a little cat digging her claws into your legs whilst you're doing this. Keeps you on your toes. So let us know in the comments whether you have thought about any of those questions, how your year has been, what have been the good bits and the not so good bits, highlights and low bits, sad bits, and
any resolutions?
any New Year's resolutions you might have. Okay.